everyone, my name is Polina Gorkovenko and I'm a sustainable women's wear designer. Today in my tutorial I'm gonna show you how to reuse your old scarves which you don't usually wear, like silky scarves, and how to integrate into them a smock pleating without using a smock pleater. So for this tutorial you will need a piece of paper. It can be any scale you want. It can be A1, A2, A3, A4. It depends on how long you want to spend time on making this pattern, like a smock pleating pattern, and how big you want to make actually like the final piece, and I don't know, yeah, how big. Yeah, I think this is the main thing to know. And then you need to have a ruler, or a better to have a pattern master because it has like a 90 degrees angle, thread, needles, and of course a scarf. I will use this one. So firstly you need to understand how big you want to make a pattern, and the pattern is basically checks. They look pretty much like this. So this is something like bigger I already made before, and it can be like 1 to 1 centimeter, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, or even smaller. Again, it depends on you. Smaller the checks are, the denser the smock pleating is going to be. Right, so you're gonna take a ruler and make it, right? So I'm gonna make it again 2 to 2. Let's go. So after making this pattern, you see these checks, I'm going to use an oil to create punch holes. Basically, you can use anything you want. It can be your embroidery scissors, only if you not gonna use them anymore, you know, or I don't know, anything basically. But it can be puncher, but I think puncher is way too wide, like it creates very wide holes. For this purpose, I think it's not really useful. Therefore, either this or that, right? So now we have these pattern with holes. And you see, I don't know, yeah, you can see it. And before I will start transferring this pattern onto a fabric, I just want to say that basically, if you want to keep your pattern longer, you better use something like a cardboard or a thicker paper, like a watercolor paper, let's say, right? But if you don't really care, like if you're gonna use it for just once, you can use a basic copy paper, so it's up to you. Then now we have to lay flat this scarf, right? And you can place the pattern anywhere you want. It's up to you again. Everything is up to you. I'm gonna place it along the selvage here, along the end of the scarf, just like this. See? So it's even. It plays even, right, evenly. And then I have to fix it using pins. Just check that it lays flat and nice, right? Don't make it slip away, or you know, to lay unevenly. because otherwise your pleating is not going to look like, you know, nice and, you know, flat. Well, anyway. Okay, after fixing it on top of the scarf, I have to trace it, the pattern, onto the fabric, and therefore you can use either a chalk or, oh my god, a magic pen. If for those who don't know, oh, what is the magic pen, is pen which disappears with the heat. I'm going to use a basic marker, just to show you how the dots looks like, because it's going to be much brighter. So, now let's take off the pattern and see how it looks like. So, can you see? Yeah, you can. You see all these dots. So, we are going to take a needle right now. Needle and thread, and finally we are going to create a smock pleating. So after threading the needle, you have to pick up with your needle the first dot in a row, and just pull the thread through and leave a tail in the end, like, I don't know, it can be 10 centimeters, something like this. I don't know if you can see it or not. And then you basically have to pick every dot in the row, and don't anchor your thread yet. You need to do it later. And basically when you will finish the row, you also leave a tail in the end, so basically you have like 2 tails in the end. Right, let's do this. So you can see it looks like pretty much like this. Oh my god, it's really hard to do it with one hand, but I guess you can understand what I'm doing. So you see you have like the loose end in the end, which is an anchor, and you have to complete this whole row to the very end, and you don't fix it here, right? After you finish all your rows, in my case I didn't finish all the rows, just to show you quickly how it looks like. I made 5 of them, 5 out of 10. You have to take, so next step is you have to anchor your threads on one side of your loose tail. So you take 2 ends and basically make a knot out of them like this, right? So you don't let both of them to like leave the fabric, right, like to slip away. And same you do with the rest of them, right? So, and after making these knots, you take the loose ends on the other side of the pattern and you pull them, gathering fabric, and it looks something like this, right? Just like 1, 2. Yeah, there we go. Just look at this. We made it, right? So it looks something like this. Not to let it get loose. You also need, after the gathering the pleats, you need to anchor the thread on the other side. So both sides are fixed. So basically you do the very same. It depends again like how dense you want to have your pleating. If you want to make them looser, you just let like leave some with the length, like you make the thread longer, so you make the tie a bit away from the first knot you made on this row, right? So like this, but I usually prefer to make them denser. So yeah, like this. There we go. Now you have this texture here. This is basically the final outcome. And I mean, it can be longer. It can be like the whole panel, which you can insert in any garment you want. Or, I mean, it can be detailed. You can make like pleats on top of your dress. So you create these folds right down, and they can basically, these pleats can turn into a darts. So like replace the darts, if you know what I mean. Right? Or it can be part of your sleeve, trousers, anything you want. Or you can even like create some kind of an accessory. It can be like part of the bag, a brooch, anything. So now it's up to you. It's up to your fantasy what you want to create now, and just good luck with it. I hope you're gonna like it. I hope you're gonna enjoy making it. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed my tutorial.